By the dawn's early light, Amtrak 91 comes gliding past Dinsmore and into Jacksonville. In the winter, 91 is usually the first daylight train to enter this busy territory. We're on the Nahunta Sub south of Callahan. All intermodal traffic coming south off the A, B, and C from Atlanta and off the A line from Richmond comes right here. Right on 91's tail is Q173. Originating at North Bergen, New Jersey, 173 carries truck, trailer, and container traffic for Jacksonville. Frost on the crossing gate signals attests to the freezing temperatures this late February morning. I dash up to the next crossing, a dirt road that serves one house. Crews call it Red Dog because of an old hound that used to lay in the road here. This is Q141, arriving at Jax from Cincinnati via Corbin, Kentucky, and Atlanta, Georgia. .141 is primarily intermodal, but also carries empty Tropicana refrigerated cars bound for Bradenton or Fort Pierce. Ten minutes later, I'm back at the Dinsmore signals. The sun is well up by now, but the frost is hanging in there. One of the few non-intermodal trains this morning is A772. Nicknamed the Fernandina Rocket, it once ran from Waycross to Amelia Island, serving the paper mills out there. The train doesn't go to Fernandina Beach anymore. It terminates at Yulee on the mainland. A short line hauls the island traffic from there. The auto racks are a new addition to the Rocket. Back in 2001, I caught the Rocket crossing the Trout River. This was a very different train, as is evidenced by all that 5-foot wood bound for the paper mill on Amelia Island. The short wood has all but vanished from CSX.
Traveling down Moncrief Dinsmore Road.
50 minutes pass and I'm headed to West Jax when I hear PO53 calling signals through Duke's Crossing. I may be able to catch him at McGurt's Creek, but it's going to be close.
141 to Moncrief, 8 yard over.
I barely got out onto the old US 17 bridge when here he was. The CSX SD50 explains why he's more than 2 hours late. 53 obviously had engine trouble up north. Right on Auto Train's markers comes Q455. So close, he had to be running on approach signals all the way. 455 has a surprise this morning, 2 C40-8s. These standard cab GEs are still working hard for the railroad. An hour and 20 minutes pass before I hear anything else. Next thing was Amtrak 97, the Silver Meteor southbound to Miami. I am on the new US 90 overpass above the old Beaver Street Tower. The tower's all gone, but the name remains. After lunch, it's back up to Dinsmore to catch a Q train, but I couldn't hear his ID. As he passes those signals, he's moving from the Nahunta sub to the Jacksonville Terminal sub. His slow speed tells us he's taking the connection into Duval Intermodal Yard, also known as Jax Ramp. Around the corner on the Duval lead, there's a curious, almost dwarf signal protecting the Y leading to the main line. The medium approach aspect tells us there's something coming out of the yard, a transfer from Duval to Moncrief. Jax is one of the few places in Florida where CSX uses yard switchers. Number 1153 is an EMD MP15 AC. The sharp curves on the Y create the need for a track greaser, operated automatically as the flanges roll over a button that pushes a plunger that forces grease out onto the rails. If you ever encounter a track greaser, view it from afar. Don't be tempted to get anywhere near it. Your shoes will be ruined forever. There is still a pair of Nikes in the weeds near the track greaser at Valrico, Florida. I had to drive barefoot all the way home that day. Arriving from Chicago, Illinois is Q121, an all double-stack container train. It's nice to see CSX finally getting serious with marketing its public image. Last train of the day was at the bottom of the Florida funnel, Callahan on the Nahunta sub. At 4:47 p.m., here came Q121's northbound counterpart, Q120. That would end my Jax railfanning day. Beautiful winter weather and a fun railfanning town. On the A-line in Callahan, Florida, this is Danny Harmon. Out. Jacksonville, a one-time battleground where the Seaboard Airline and Atlantic Coastline fought for Florida business. Mergers have now made CSX the major railroad player. There is one DVD that takes you inside CSX's Jacksonville operations, from Moncrief Yard to the legendary Dufford Dispatching Center. You'll see it all, loading truck trailers at Duval, assembling road railers at Amtrak, Baldwin Yard, the last days of Beaver Street Tower, and all those Jacksonville railfanning hotspots. Only one DVD captures it all. Jacksonville, CSX Gateway to Florida. Now only $17 plus $3 shipping. Send check or money order to Distant Signal Productions. Jacksonville, CSX Gateway to Florida. Get your copy today.